over 2,000 years ago, the Library of Alexandria was the meeting place for all the great thinkers and scholars of the time, who came to this intellectual haven to teach, to learn, to create. But somehow this grand design did not survive. Whatever the reasons for its disappearance, the fact remains that the Egyptian government, UNESCO, and the UNDP wish to rebuild the Library of Alexandria, a lighthouse for all those who venture along the paths of knowledge. Since 1986, many milestones have been crossed. The donation of a prestigious 4-hectare site by the University of Alexandria. The commitment of the Egyptian government. The organization of the feasibility study by UNESCO and the launching of a fundraising campaign. The commitment of UNDP and the organization of an international architectural competition. The creation of the general organization of the Alexandria Library by presidential decree. The laying of the foundation stone by President Mubarak and Federico Mayor, Director General of UNESCO. The selection of the winning design. A beautiful idea is being revived. Rising out of the depth of Africa, the Nile flows languidly through the still desert to provide the water of life, peaceful stability of recurring cycles, and the silent heritage of thousands of years. The Nile comes nobly to offer its gift to civilization, Egypt. Egypt the grand and bounteous, a metaphor for the love of life and beauty, for the quest of knowledge. Is there anyone who hasn't heard of the great and mighty Ramses and his Abu Simbel? Of Ptolemy and Philae, of Komombo and Sobek, the crocodile god. Of Amun, Luxor, and Karnak. Of Tsoser and Saqqara, Cheops and Giza. Of Cleopatra and Alexandria. In 331 BC, Alexander, king of Macedonia, makes his gift to Egypt, Alexandria. A century later, oh heavens, what a mob! An ant heap is nothing to this hurly-burly. Alexandria is now the house of Aphrodite and offers all earthly goods, trades, arts, music, and sciences. The House of the Muses has a library with 532,000 scrolls in Greek, Latin, Egyptian, hieratic, and demotic. Copyists work endlessly, and the library soon overshadows all its rivals. Pergamon, Ephesus, Samothrace, Rhodes, Athens, and Carthage. Alexandria is the enlightened and intellectual capital of the Mediterranean world. Scholars flock there to teach at the library. Euclid is geometry. Hipparchus is astronomy. Herophilus his surgery. Archimedes his mathematics and inventions. Lysanthus, his grammar. There was beautiful Alexandria. Here is the revived Library of Alexandria, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Each level of the great library room accommodates three main functions. The reading areas are located at the edge. Then come the open access areas, where one can find the books in great demand. And as we move underneath the next level, the closed access areas appear, where most of the books of the library are stored. This system is repeated at the other levels, thus creating a large amphitheater with easy orientation and good overall view for the users. Horizontal and vertical movement is provided by stairs and lifts, accommodated within the spine of the building. The library will be managed on an entirely computerized basis. Access to its databases and catalog will be ensured through telecommunication links. The Callimachus Hall, the heart of the library, protrudes into the library space. All visitors pass through this area to use the library. On the other side of the spine, we see the different cultural and public functions, such as the auditorium, exhibition area, and the calligraphy museum. The general administration of the library, located at the top of the building, benefits from especially good lighting conditions and access to the roof terraces. A special feature of the library building is the International School of Information Studies. In a prominent position on the site, outside the library itself, stands the planetarium. Finally, a footbridge running from the university to the harbor provides a link with the immediate surroundings. Here is the Biblioteca Alexandrina. In order to respond to the wish of the Egyptian government and give the world the Biblioteca Alexandrina, it is the whole international community which is called upon to give its technical and financial support so that all together we could revive this symbol of universal light and privileged meeting place for the benefit of all men and women in their search for knowledge and truth.